Hello everybody, the conversion. In relation to the DMAC, it will perform itself into the consumption. The consumption is the pure soul of line 324 in relation to the subject. Any subject in relation to 30 amount of order, it will position itself into the DA. The DA is 1 on 3, 12 on 3, and 4 on 3. By the pollution. The pollution is 1 on time, 12 on time, and 3 on time by each order. In relation to the third subject of the confluence, technically, the understanding of life cycle will reposition itself into the Da. Any Da in relation to the Chapanang of chapters, it will position itself into the correct or realignment of time. The sun will burst into tears to heaven based upon the confluence. The confluence is the third technology for the Tassama. The Taskama is the Teshkamang of law based upon the element of law by the border. Any border in relation to 30 subject, it will rewind itself into the crossfire. The crossfire will be 1 on time, 12 on time, and 3 on time by each border. The border is 3 on wind, 12 on wind, and 3 on wind by the conjunction. The conjunction of the parasol will retire itself into the map of 5324, which is a sandwich. The position of the timer will pin itself into the correct of realignment of time. The spirit of the sun will burst into tears to heaven, clue, and so in that way it will position itself into the correct of realignment of time. The spirit of the sun will bash itself into the Tamanga. Technically, the understanding of the life cycle will position itself into the cortex of realignment of time. This is the spirit of the energy based upon the conclusion. The conclusion is 1p F325431 based upon the evolution of time. The evolution of time will rework itself into the dimension. The dimension is 3 on time, 12 on time, and 5 on time by each border. In relation to the third subject of technology, it will pin out the correct of realignment of time. The spirit of the sun will burst into tears to heaven based upon the conclusion. Any conclusion based upon the element of design for the protocol, it will network 52341, which is a switch swan. The switch swan is a taskama of law based upon the element of law by the border. In the academics result will formulate into 1 by 3 cents in relation to Sir Funk. And inside it that has 1 on time, 12 on time, is a border of the dimension for the police army. In that way, it is the sector 321. The sector 321 is the dividends in relation to the controller. The dividends is the taskama of law based upon the element of law by the condor. Any condor in relation to 30 subject, it will pin out the correlates of realignment of time. The spirit of the sun will burst into tears into heaven based upon the conclusion. Any conclusion based upon the instanton of law, based upon the element of law by the border, it is the last message for the component. The component is 1 on 2, 12 on 2, and 5 on 2, based upon the evolution of time. The confluence is the third technology for 1 on time. This is a DMAP of the Pescana, the position time at 6%.